hunting trips and meeting new kids. The last few years it was mainly the hunting trips I enjoyed.
Can you tell me about the hunting trips? Like, who do you go with and stuff?
I went with a teacher and a couple of the elders. Did day trips, did camping trips. Last year I believe we did a trip to Baker Lake by Skidoo for caribou.
Did you? Were you successful?
Oh yeah, we were all successful. We came home about 40 caribou.
Wow.
Yeah.
So was that something that was organized through the school?
Yeah, I was organized with the school. Long ride took us about maybe 14 hours.
And did you camp out? So you were camping while you were there?
Yeah, we were in Baker Lake for about a week. So we drive into town, stayed overnight, go for a day trip, go back to Bake community. Just simple day trips. With the school, I believe it's close to 10 or more. In the last 2 years, it's about 10.
So do you get to go in all the seasons, or is it just?
Yeah, you can, and I guess they have limits for each student. I think we are limit 3 or 4 a year. And I worked my way through every trip, so the last 2 years it's been about 10 trips. I participated in the KIA trips. It's during the summer and winter, and been on 3 so far with the KIA. It's a week and a half long, I believe. The first one we were in Nunavut, men culture camp. It's about 2 weeks long. And there was one here. It was in the summer, so you got to meet new people. And 2 years ago there was another one in Baker Lake. So I asked the KIA, when's the next trip? And they said, sometime next month, I believe. And they said it's probably in Repulse Bay. So I'm trying for that one too. Hearing the stories from the elders, how they learned and how did they survive. So mainly I went on trips to listen to stories.
Yeah.
There's 2 elders we mainly went with, so I heard quite a bit stories from them, how we're supposed to do it properly, or a good experience. I just can say people bothering me over the years. People bullied. I went through that. Don't try to let anybody go through that. I dropped out once because of bullying. Didn't like it, so I dropped out. Figured I can ignore it, so I came back. It's never been bothered again. I get name calling from today. I just ignore it. That's all. Just ignoring name calling. So yeah, the bullying is probably the big problem up here. When I was told I was almost ready to graduate, thought I'd give it another try. I made my way I ignored the students or name calling. Got through it and be graduating this year. Our principal, Jesse, and a couple of my friends encouraged me back to school. Thought I wouldn't do it, but I gave it a shot. Almost done school, so I'll be happy.
Yeah.
It would probably be the chewing tobacco part and the bullying. There's a lot of chewing tobacco going on in classes. Students ask students, they give, you can tell which ones are the quiet ones and which ones are the loud ones. When the students are loud, they don't have chewing tobacco, and if they have chewing tobacco, they are quiet. I noticed that over the years, so tell you which students are quiet because they're chewing tobacco.
So how many people in one class, what percentage of people would be chewing tobacco in any?
The boys probably can be 50%, 25%.
No, in class?
Yeah. That's probably per class.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of younger students downstairs. Junior high that chew tobacco too. It's quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. So if you were in charge of school, you would change that?
Yeah. They probably put security out.
Mm-hmm. Would you put security out for bullying? Is that why?
Bullying or the chewing tobacco. Bullying is cutting down, I believe. There's not much bullying as there was a couple years. Everybody just kind of stopped with the bullying. A couple students just try and bully a lot, but mainly people ignore, so I think it's starting to cut down. I've been bullied since about grade 3. Well, it's been a long time. Yeah, so it's quite hard when you're bullied. I believe Nunavut is making their own educational something. I heard it on the news. I think we'll be stopped using the southern education in Alberta. I believe we'll be using our own this fall. Big news over the week, so I heard. Yeah, they're valuable. If you want to become a pilot, I believe you have to have a lot of math work. You gotta know your tables, so it's kind of hard. And the new skills are in Science 35, which is the teacher's first time doing it, so it's fun to learn in that class. It's a new module. I believe it's about the weather, and we'll be learning about the weather and hearing some stories. That's a new change for me, learn something new. So we'll be doing a little bit of weather in science. No, I think it's great, but then I won't be here, so it's kind of gonna be hard. wanted to learn the new curriculum. I think it's great for Nunavut to have its own curriculum. So I think we'll probably see more students graduate. It's one reason why students are dropping out is they say it's too hard for them when it comes to the diplomas. So I have a few students dropping out each year. Trying to attend school, trying to stay busy. If I don't stay busy, I get super bored. I don't like to be bored, so I try and stay busy each day. I've been down there since, I believe it's 9 years now. So last year I did the final annual mushing race, happens here each year in April. I did that. I've been to the Arctic Winter Games for dog mushing. I love dog mushing, it's peaceful, quiet. It's a lot of fun.
How often are you out with the dogs?
It's usually maybe once a week, or I try to make it more, but it's kind of hard, not much daylight, and so hopefully when I get back from the AWG I'll be able to go out after school, go for a run. I learned one from my grandfather. I started about age 6, been helping out. He gave me his dogs, then he sold them. So it's a lot of fun. If you're not forced to do it, you'll love it. Some people are forced, and people say they don't like dogs.
Yeah, so you kind of went to it on your own.
Yeah, did it on my own, and I loved it. So, yeah. It's to work at the mines here and become a heavy-duty mechanic.
Will you have to take a course at the college or something for that?
Yeah, I think I would have to take trades.
Where do you take the course at?
I think they'll have it here in the next year or so. But if not, the mining camp here, Eco said you can get on training on the job, so there's that too. I think I'd be living here. Nice quiet community. Hopefully to have my own house and work. So I think, I like to have my own house in the next 10 years, work, and still try and keep dog mushing if I can. I was told that if you wanted to have a good job, I had to finish school, so that's what I'm trying to do, finish school, have a good job. I like working with my hands, so I thought heavy-duty mechanic would do. Normally don't think you need a diploma to work at the mines. But to have the diploma, if you want to change to become a pilot or something, I think you would need your diploma. So I think it would be good for students to have their diploma. If they wanted to become a pilot or a carpenter or an electrician, so it would be good to have their diploma. My courses are, I think, for electrician or a carpenter. You gotta have your math skills for a carpenter, electricians, I believe. You think it's better to have your diploma if you want to become a carpenter.